Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks. Not your typical show, not your typical host. I am Tyler X. Kuntz, and I'm here to bring you some lost treasure from our previous adventurers, the Lost Chronicles of Hazards and Hijinks. Yes, we are considering possibly having a Patreon soon, where we might make more of these Lost Chronicles public. And so we wanted to give you a chance on this day after the holiday, which I hope you all had a safe holiday. Hello! Hey, I should have started with that. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this little piece of history we have as we were learning to navigate our hazards and hijinks. It was a lot of fun to do, and I hope you enjoy. And go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's a big goal, a big thing. If you could get any of your friends or family to tune in, maybe click that subscribe button, click the bell, have a good time, gather around the YouTubes or the TVs or the Twitch with their friends and family from a social distanced area and have a good time. Hopefully this we'll all be getting back to normal life soon. Who knows? I sure don't. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And why don't you guys just enjoy? I've talked long enough. All right. Have a good one.
In a gentle little tavern in the village of Clanging Stone, famous for its clanging stone rockfall, where rocks clang off of the cliff face nearby. They are enjoying a drink in the Rumbling Rocks Tavern as they discuss their newfound wealth that they gained from slaying a tribe of troglodytes that was threatening the village.
Nothing says loving like smashing some troglodytes. Am I wrong or am I right? I'm right.
You're troglodyte right, my man.
142, 143, 144.
Are you gonna corral around that coin purse all night?
I don't judge you.
I judge her very much so, actually. But that's just because I'm me. Cheers.
I'll drink to that.
Bye.
And as you continue to talk about victories won and glories to come, suddenly the door bursts open in the tavern, and this dwarf comes pounding his way in, soot covering his hair, small cuts and abrasions all over him, a little bit of blood coming down. And all right. You all know me. I'm Grimbald, the blacksmith.
Of course we know you, Grimbald. What are you doing from this part of town, away from your forge?
Well, as we were coming back into town, some damned goblins kidnapped me little girl. They took Bess, and they took Bess back to their goblin caves.
Not Bess. She's so pretty.
Right?
Yeah.
Not saying something from you.
I can judge beauty, Grimmy. I can judge beauty.
We're
right?
a very judgy party.
Yes, I am judgmental as all get out, so I can say that for sure. But don't worry. I know you hate goblins, Phylos. I know, but this is our chance to take some out. Maybe rock their worlds a little bit. I think you should kick some butt and take some names.
Hey, I'm an old dwarf, and my muscles ain't what they used to be, but I know where they took her. It was the Bad Moon tribe. I know them anywhere with their moon insignia and their strange howlings in the night.
And their mooning of everybody that passes by.
Yes, it's very unpleasant. Little green butts everywhere. They taunted me.
I would like to roll to see if I know about this tribe.
All right, let's get a dice roll.
Oh, that's me?
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah,
That's a 10. You've heard that there's been goblins in the caves to the south, but you've heard a little bit of this Bad Moon tribe. They're crazy. They use weird tactics, and they live mostly underground, eating strange mushrooms that give them strange powers.
If there's one thing I know, and I know very little things, it's strange mushrooms. I'm in!
Yes, I remember my last experience with some mushrooms were quite pleasant. They did get
You
me
should
closer.
be easy on those mushrooms, Snugdar. Those were a little bit potent for you, little guy.
I suppose so. I just keep finding myself in these situations.
Well, you all know I'm in because I'm all about beating some heads and saving some lives. Let's get Bess back.
Oh, thank you. You'll take me case. I'll forge you great weapons while you're away. And when you come back safely with my little girl, I'll grant you them and gold as well.
Ah, gold. Well, now we're talking, Grim. Let's
What
get
is
to
a
going.
strange little demon monster you have with you. Are you sure that's safe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, no, but probably, yeah. We'll be all right.
About as
Just,
safe as the rest of us.
Just sign here.
Okay, your lack of trust is both concerning and refining. There you go, strange little monster.
And now, if we happen to save your daughter, might you be open to hearing about the celestial kitten?
I don't
know-
know what that be. Is that like a thing you want me to make?
Why, he is your new savior. He watches over us and protects us all and encourages us to go after our passions in life and take them by the claws, Row.
You seem strangely into your cat thing there, little man. I'll tell you what, you bring back my little girl and I'll get you whatever you need. And I'll listen till you say whatever it is you need to be said.
Oh, finally, I might have one. Here, read this pamphlet over while we go and get your daughter.
Grimbold, my man, I have a very important question to ask you.
Aye.
Did you just sign a contract given to you by a devil without reading it?
Hey, we all need to go
It
into
was the contract to
Sandra
save
Bratz.
my daughter, right? And I'll pay you in weaponry. Right?
I doubt it.
You know, yeah,
Yeah, of course.
that's a sketchy move there, pal. But hey, you know, a lot of times we read things or don't read things and just sign them in the heat of passion. So, you know, it is what it is.
I just want to get my daughter back.
And you will. And you will. Because we're the cool adventurers. It's what we do.
Huzzah!
Cool adventurers!
One last
Huzzah!
bit, but before you
Cool
leave,
adventurers!
here's my
Huzzah!
Adventures.
She's
Cool
my adopted daughter.
Cool adventures. Your
She's my
daughter-
adopted daughter. She's not a dwarf.
She's not a dwarf.
Oh,
No, she's my adopted daughter.
So, you know, not that it matters, but what is she if not a dwarf?
She's a beautiful and promising young woman.
Great. Then let's get Bess back. We need more promising young women. Cool adventurers!
Cool
Huzzah!
adventurers!
And with their praises and screams of a huzzah, they ambled out of the tavern and ambled into an alley and ambled themselves clean and then ambled some more, finding themselves a horse and cart traveling south along the old road.
I like the old road. You know why I like the old road? Because every turn is right. And you know what they say about elves?
What do they say about elves?
We
They
always
like
go
to
right.
walk in circles.
We always go right. We always go right. This is the
Results
right
in
road.
circles.
Never heard that.
Circles.
As the only elf left, evidently. And
Well,
it's my job to like pass along that information to you.
You hang out with us long enough and you'll hear that a lot.
Duly noted. I'll even write a song about it if it'll fit your fancy.
Yes, do. Yes, do. Do.
And as you continue down the road in your little horses and carriage, you notice up ahead there's something blocking the road. And as you get closer, it starts to it clears in your vision, and it appears to be a cart or like a wagon that has been flipped over. And
Oh,
there's like a large wooden pole that's blocking the road, and it's like affixed to the thing, and there's holes like cut in the wagon like they're windows, and the giant pole blocking the road has black and yellow paint on it in like a stripy pattern.
Oh,
Does that mean bees? I'm pretty sure that means bees.
Good
I'm gonna search around for some traps
Yeah,
or
good idea.
All right, give me a roll.
dangers. I see Tony here. Is he?
No, I think it's still you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I
Tyler.
can do that. No, it's
Oh yeah, very much so. And so you climb down off your horse and sneak up and whisper a little prayer to the divine fur father. And as you get closer, you realize there's goblins hiding inside of it. You could hear their tiny goblin voices. And as you get close, you can see one of the doors like, and you see a goblin eye right
I
across from yours.
I poke it.
Ah! Thump! And the door closes. That's combat. Everyone prepare for combat order on that. Let me
Give
get
it that
the
order.
initiative tracker. So I'm gonna give an initiative. It's going to be we're gonna start with Alera. Then we're gonna go down to Snarla.
that's what-
Then it's gonna go to Phylos. Then it's gonna go to Fetch.
Oh, shoot.
Then Snugdar is going to wrap us up. But because you guys got a hell of a drop on them, you guys get to go first. So the goblins actually go last. So Alera, what are you going to do?
All right. So clearly we have to get them out of this thing. So I got to find some way to smoke them out. So I am going to, I turn to Phylos and go, Phylos, do you have some kind of fires up your sleeve that you can use to smoke them out there?
Several kinds of fire up my sleeves.
All right. Well, I'll let you light my umbrella on fire and see if you can smoke them out there. And I will provide an aid action to Phylos.
All right. Aid action to Phylos. Snarla, you're next. What you going to do?
Most regally, rising from my seat in the carriage, I brush off my robe and look over to inspect the scene, and I see a little goblin eye looking out at me, and I just give him the nastiest look. A look so awful and so horrifying, it hurts him to his very core.
All right.
like to do
what
a
kind of
simple
attack is that? A simple attack. Perfect. Go
would you
ahead and
like-
roll the damage for that.
You got it, bud. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, damn. Okay.
No, the single eye was better again.
Um,
One eye smoking out.
So the thing opens and the eye looks at you and you look at the eye and you just stare the fuck out of the eye and the eye goes, oh God, I left the oven. Oh no! And closes it and there's bustling inside and hear things crashing inside this upturned cart.
And I turn to Phylos and I say, speaking of fire, they kept the oven on in there. Boom-ts.
Phylos, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I will call upon my ancestral breath weapon and set these foolish goblins' silly wooden fortifications on fire with a simple attack. And I will breathe fire on their wooden wagon. I will breathe fire on Alera's umbrella that will then attack that wooden structure to spread the flames even more.
All right, that sounds good. Let's roll the dice for that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, nice. Another 5. All right, so Phylos, you rear up and breathe out this whoa cone of flame, and you actually like tilt it a little bit to the side, and Lara dips in her umbrella and spurts into flame, and the flame catches, and the entirety of the cart is burning, and you now hear lots of screaming coming from inside this upturned cart. Clearly the goblins are panicked and having a terrible day. Fetch, it's your turn.
Currently hiding inside Phylos' hat, Fetch sees that they're now at a disadvantage. So he bounds down, he runs up, and he claws the nearest goblin. And he's going to do a simple attack.
All right, let's roll that.
Do, 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 do.
Love the music.
Yeah, me
This
too.
is great.
It's
All right.
It's easier than me spotlighting the video.
I dig it. That's totally cool. Totally cool for this. So you leap. So Philos's hat like pops open, and there's a tiny face in there. And then like an imp just jumps straight out of his hat and runs up, and one of the things opens, and like a goblin sticks his head out with a spear, and before he gets a chance to look around, just and like gouge out his eyes, and he screams, "Ah! Why'd they do this to me?" And he closes the door again. Next is Snugdar.
All right. I am going to. I ask for the fury and vengeance cast up through me by the Fur Father, and I use my sacred flame simple attack. Wow.
All right. And so you reach up and pray to the Fur Father, and a glitter of rainbow starts to fall from the sky onto the cart, but everywhere it touches, it bursts into rainbow flames, and the cart is now in a rainbow on fire, worse than it currently was.
Glamorous, Snugdar.
Next is, and then the goblins act. Let's go ahead and get an attack roll.
Yes. I got
Shitty
it
roll,
right.
shitty roll.
Ba-da-da-da.
That's not shitty at all.
What do we got there?
Oh,
That's a 9. That's pretty bad. Does that actually hit anyone?
Yep, sure
I
does.
do think that does. That's going to hit Alara, and that's about it. So the trap doors on the front burst open, and like the goblins come out. Rah, poof, 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 down with the stickers. Poof, poof, and they start shooting these little arrows at you, and they're not terribly effective. They're kind of like bouncing off scales. But Alara, you were not paying attention when one of them came running out and just and stabbed you in the thigh. Give me a dice damage.
Ah!
And Larry, you take 5 points of damage as this goblin stabs you in the leg with the spear. And it's like a hollow spear, and you can feel something coursing into you, and you suddenly do not feel well.
I think I've been got, guys.
All right, Alara, it's your turn.
I need to take care of this. I'm gonna reach out to my elven ancestors to provide the cure of the elven ancestry to try to get rid of this poison or whatever it is that's in me. That's a simple heal check.
All right, let's go ahead and roll that.
What is it? 2 in the jungle?
And you grasp your leg and make a prayer to your ancient elven relatives, and you can feel your leg muscles convulse violently, and the poison begins to trickle out this evil green ooze, and you feel your vitality returning to you. Snarla, it is your turn.
My turn. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to summon my base axe of destiny, bring it into my hands, and strum a little tune in order to help Philos on his next turn.
Is that the Brutal Legend?
It is the Brutal Legend.
Oh!
And it's just...
A great and powerful bass guitar appears from nowhere. Snarla strums the power chords, and her magic vibrates through the very ground itself, traveling up your legs and staff, Philos, and you feel the power of rock and roll. Speaking of which, Philos, it's your turn.
As a standard attack, I speak the magic words into the tip of my staff as I raise it high in the ground. As I slam it into the ground, all that magical energy rushes into the ground, and giant jutting spikes of rock start stabbing up all around the goblin encampment.
All right, let's roll that.
Earth attack.
What is a power?
At this point, yeah.
Standard.
3.
Okay.
Standard plus a dice for aid. Oh, nice. Okay.
Rated.
And so, Philos, the vibrations run through your staff, and you slam it down in the ground, and these giant spikes just like leap out of the ground, causing a cart that is still very much on multicolored fire to fly into the air. You see the goblins flying in every direction. their tiny green bodies screaming as they flail through the air, and they all rain around you. Some of them caught on spikes, others hit the ground and take off running, their tiny black cloaks pulled up, running in fear. Congratulations, you have defeated the goblins in their roadblock.
Just in awe that we got to see Brutal Legend come out, Snarla. That's such an honor. I mean, even the Aquafoliums knew of the joys that was the Brutal Legend. Inspiring.
Of course. A weapon that's been handed down through orc kind for generations, and I bring it into the air and it vanishes once more.
Very inspiring.
Impressive.
And the sound of thrumming bass note ripbles through the ground, and all the grass just kind of slightly, and the bass guitar is gone.
I could hear it. It was almost as if I could hear it.
How do the adventurers wish to proceed?
Well, you should follow the road. To the right.
Well, sorry. I'm so sorry. Is anyone still alive?
You are you gonna go looking through to see if any of the goblins made it out?
Yes.
Give me a dice roll.
Oh, you got it.
You get
it. Ha! What do we get? 2?
So you manage to you start digging through the rubble and burning charred bits, and there's like there's a dead cow there for some reason, and you find a goblin, and he's got like a huge spear stuck through him, and you grab it to try to help him, and you pull it out, and he goes and dies.
No,
there are no living goblins, I'm afraid.
That counts as a kill for you, Snugdar. Well done. Good job, buddy.
Oh.
What did he say?
He said, "Ugh." That's about it.
Goblin, so I don't know if that means anything.
You know, Fetch, coins speak louder than words, and I think there's a lot of coin purses on the ground.
I was thinking the same thing.
Excellent.
And you wonder why I judge you. You wonder why. Now you know. You're aiding and abetting Fetch. All right.
This is a judge.
And you do find a couple
zone.
of scattered coins on the ground. A couple of the goblins, clearly they'd been like holding people up on the side of the road here. So you actually find a pretty hefty sack of gold coins. It's, not enough to buy a house or anything fancy, but that's a couple nights of drinking right there.
I'll allow it.
For the good of the drink.
For the good of the drink.
So I'm going to
I
assume...
would kill goblins just for the fun of it, but I won't say no to some extra gold and a few pints.
Yes. Shall we, friends? Cool adventure is on?
Continue up the road.
So you continue traveling up the road, and eventually you come to these like the mountains and the hills, and you see this great, huge cave opening. It looks like a big maw with stalactites and stalagmites, and it's been painted green with a scowling face on the top half of it. So it looks like a giant angry goblin face as you approach the cave, and wind seems to gust out of the cave slowly.
Yeah, I mean, A for effort on the paint, but it doesn't do anything for me. It's really just like
The vibe is off, but it's metal as heck, and I appreciate that.
It reminds me of home.
Feels like being breathed on by vermin.
Well,
and so how are you guys going to proceed?
I think that we should definitely go in, but is there any way we can try to get a sense of whether or not Bess is even in this cave? Like, is there some kind of perception-y check that we can do for it?
Give me, you are an elf with your sensitive elven hearing. Let's get a d20 roll. Tell me what you hear. Ooh. You listen and you hear all manner of things from the depths of the cave. You hear goblins, lots of goblins.
Yes.
You hear skittering and scurrying. You hear a potion, and you hear a faint girl's voice echoing in the distance, crying out in fear and pain.
Yes. What do your elven ears hear?
Ooh, a Laryless. I like that. That's kind of cheeky.
I'm just kind of riffing, you know. You can take it or leave it.
No, I'm for it. I mean, I think I may have had an aunt named Laryless at one point, and she was super nice. So yeah, if you want, I'm good with it. She's definitely in there, by the way. And I think we should definitely go in there and bust some heads. If anyone's opposed, let me know. But I think we should do this.
I have an important task to take care of first, but I will join you inside.
Okay.
Oh.
I need to deface the mouth of this cave.
Got it. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, go for it.
What are you gonna do to it, Phylos?
Oh, I'm going to use my magic, probably lightning, to make a silly mustache on the goblin face, as well as tears and sad furrowed eyebrows.
So Philo stands before the mouth of the cave, lifting his staff, blasting graffiti into the walls, using his magical ability to twist the forces of the universe as basically a fuck you to a bunch of goblins. And as you do it, blow chunks of the stone off, you hear a bellowing voice come from high-pitched yet bellowing. Who dares deface the Loon Moon King's cave?
I'm sorry, was that Loon Moon? Loon Moon?
Yes, the Loon Moon King!
He's got good hearing, too.
It is us, the cool adventurers!
Yes! Huzzah! Cool
Huzzah!
Cool adventurers.
Cool.
Does that refer to your body temperature?
For some of us, yes. One of us is a wyvern and probably is cold-blooded, I'm assuming.
It's true, yes.
For the rest of us, it just means that we're incredibly well-liked. I mean, and then Fetch is there. But, you know, most of us are well-liked.
I like
Huzzah!
Whoever wants to enter the great cave of the Loon Moon King has to pass the test and answer the riddle or face death.
Guys, I'm pretty good with riddles. I think we can do it. We accept your challenge. Riddle us this, then. For we are the Cool Adventurers. I am Alara of Aquafolia, and these are my conduits. And we are here for riddling.
It's still not the word.
I'm sorry, did you say conduits? What?
Yeah, you know, group of people.
Because we're electric.
You mean comrades?
Is that
Patriots?
Colleagues.
You know, I'll land on the word one day. I really will. But the point is now is we're ready for your riddle. Let us have it.
All right, I'm getting at it. Give me a minute. I'm gonna find where I put it. Oh, there it is. All right. What's like the moon and holy and good?
I barely heard that. What?
The celestial kitten! You guys, it's the celestial kitten!
Hold on. Don't say the celestial kitten, Snugdar, until we're sure it's the celestial kitten. Can we get a repeat? Loon Moon King.
All right. This is a lot like the moon in that it's delicious and holy and good.
Got it. Yeah, it's definitely not the celestial kitten.
It's those goblins we left back there. I know it.
No, there's not. Have you ever eaten a goblin? They're not delicious.
You know what I could go for right now? I could
What's
really
that?
use some cheese. That
I
would
think
be
we
good.
could too. But the time we're trying to do
Damn it, he
riddle.
got it! What do you mean he got it? Yeah, he got it! Damn it, we spent months working on that riddle. Oh
That-
no! Do we just let him in then?
Oh, you guys,
Okay.
it was the celestial kitten.
Snugdar, you're a genius.
I guess we better let him in then. And you hear and you can see faintly in the background like these portcullises opening and the clang, 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 clang of gears and poof, another whoosh of draft with the smell of goblin and just sad. And
Rob, I think you
moving
need to
over
like
before
put your mic like closer or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was just your voice thing that you were doing, but then you went away, and now you still sound like you're like down the street.
My apologies. Is that
Something.
any better?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, we're working on it.
Okay, no worries. Sorry,
so-
sorry to interrupt the flow, guys.
That's okay. The next room is this large cave that like stretches like 80 feet into the air. This massive dome cave with a small light in the very back corner. What are you all going to do?
Okay. Now it's our turn. You answer us a riddle.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that.
I don't know any riddles. Do you have a
Wait,
riddle?
is he
Like that?
allowed to ask us riddles? I guess we might as well find out.
All right.
I know any riddles?
No, I thought you did.
Oh God, why would you ask them?
I know some. I just wanted to give a chance.
I've got it.
You're a bard. You have to have riddles, right, Snarla?
I've got great riddles.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
know why
gonna
we're
yell
asking
to them.
But go ahead.
Riddle me this. If you can hear. What is simultaneously close, but not even anywhere near.
That's good bard work. That's good bard work.
That's very good.
Is it the celestial kitten?
One.
Yes, not the celestial kitten, Snugdar.
Trick
Um,
is, my favorite riddles to give to people don't have an answer.
Is it me mum? My mum and I are not as close as we used to be, but now we're far. Does that work?
That's kind of sad. That's kind of depressing. Ding.
It's a complicated relationship.
Okay, so while they're trying to answer your riddle, we can sneak around them and just get them by surprise and maybe bash them in the back of the head. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I'll continue back here, just yelling as if we're still back here, echoing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, give me a D20 roll to see how well you guys can sneak around the back of the goblins while they're arguing.
I do not have stealth. It's my disadvantage. So my rolls. I am not a stealthy person, by the way, Rob.
This is for the party, so give me a D20.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
see what happens.
Is it possible
Oh,
to,
I gotta switch game.
if you do something that would help, is it possible to aid in something like a skill check?
How would you do that as an imp?
Well, as a warlock, cast a spell to make people invisible.
All right.
Can add some d6s.
Yeah, add me 2d6 to that and roll me a d20.
All right. I'll do
Watch
the
this
sixes
crit.
first.
Please crit.
Ooh.
Please crit on the next one too.
Ooh. What is it?
Okay.
I can't see.
Where are we?
So as the goblins start to, no, I don't think that makes sense. Why would it be your mum? Do they know your mum? I don't know if they know my mum. My mum gets around. And as they're arguing back and forth, you guys manage to you don't even really sneak. It's just walking. You just walk right past them, and they're too distracted. There's like 6 goblins standing around, and like one of them looks weird. He's got 6 legs, and he's like, "No, yeah, I don't know. My mom and I have a complicated relationship ever since she took up the bottle again. She's been really abusive." And you guys actually just like walk right past them, and they don't even notice you.
Wait, guys. Psst, wait. Watch this. I go up to one of the goblins. Do they have any of them have like a helm or a hat or something?
They're all wearing like black robes with black hoods, and the one who is like, he's got like extra legs coming out from under his robes. It's very disconcerting. But he's got like a big hood that's like covering most of his head, and you can't really see his face because he's turned away from you.
All right, then I go and I pull out my own cat of 9 tails, and I'm like, ooh, and I like whip him in the face.
All right. So what happens is, as you guys have like already like maybe a good 25 feet ahead of him, Snugdar like walks up and takes out his cat of 9 tails and starts to like smack one of the goblins in the face, and the goblin just like
No. What?
takes off his hood and turns around, and his head turns way more than a head should. And you notice several things. A, he's bald. B, he's got extra eyes here and here and here and here and here, and they all kind of train on you simultaneously, and he like rears up with you, and he's got a spear, and like there's these little like claw things that come out of his chest that are all grabby like. I'm afraid that's combat. So Tyler, go ahead and roll me a d20 to see when these goblins go.
Oh, I thought I was invisible. That's okay.
You
are.
Oh.
You've done-
Where'd it go? What? Oh, nope, that way.
Oh,
All right. So you guys do actually still get to manage to get the drop on the goblins.
I would
And
hope
as
so.
Snugdar's like whipping him in the face. Because he's interacting with somebody, the invisibility magic starts to fade. And he's the semi-translucent gnome just kind of smacking him in the face. And the goblin turns around. And we're gonna go with the same initiative order. Alara, you're first.
All right. Do I have to do everything myself? I will go ahead and take down Big Baddie if you guys can handle the others. All right. And I will go ahead and do my power attack using the great mithril umbrella blade. I spray it open. Steel and metal shine as I shoot. Get a little bit of my reflection, and I spin it directly towards the head of the beast. Spinning and spinning and spinning, and it makes contact directly with his neck.
All right, let's get that roll.
Ooh, come on.
All right, that's Alara.
Figure out how to spell
So Alara, you like swoosh, send your umbrella flying, and it like does that anime thing where it's like wing, you get like a shine off of it, and it goes and it goes right through 4 of the goblins standing next to the big guy, and like it manages to catch him in the chest and cut off that weird little claw pedipalp thing he had, just goes flying off, and the other like goblins there, like 3 of them just, and they do that samurai movie thing where like a head falls off and then a top half falls off and then
like the slide thing.
yeah, exactly. Like, completely physically impossible for a goblin to like stick, boom, but that totally happens. And the goblins are dead, and it's just the leader.
And then boomerang
reaches at you.
You're up.
All right, then let's jump into Snarler really quick. What are you gonna
Taking
do?
advantage of the little bit of invisibility I have left, I sneak up behind the leader, lean right in next to his ear, and I say, "It's me, your mother! I really want to reconnect!" as a simple attack.
Oh God! Give me a damage roll on that.
I was gonna do that.
All right, not a ton of damage, but you like do your magic, and you kind of, in his mind, he sees you as his mother, and no, Ma told you I don't like it when you drink and bring Charlie over, and he screams. Next, in clear psychic anguish, Phylos, it's your turn.
Oh, my camera's off. I grab Fetch from underneath my hat, and as a devil, knowing he can withstand being on fire, I'd light him on fire with my staff and prepare to hurl him at the goblin's fastball special style.
And what kind of attack?
Such a...
What kind of attack?
For an aid.
Oh, for an aid. Got it. You're setting him on fire as an aid. Beautiful. All right. That's a great sentence. Fetch, it is your turn. You are on fire.
I think this is a power attack. Fetch is just going to take a diver's stance and just put his arms together and say, "Toss me!"
You can tell the elf, it's fine.
And you said, and you were doing a power attack?
Yeah.
Plus
Perfect.
the
So let's get
assist.
that dice roll.
All right.
Plus the
All
assist.
right. All right.
Oh, damn. Okay, so the goblin's like, "No, do you not remember you, Mom?" And Phylos, you like pick up Fetch like he's a javelin, and you even do a little bit of like that Olympic trot, and swoosh, and you throw it, and out of nowhere, because you're a devil, like goggles appear on you and a scarf, and you're like, and you just boosh, punch a hole right through the goblin. Kind of like a Disney cartoon where it's somewhat shaped like you, and he just looks down, at the demon-shaped hole in where his midsection used to be and be, "No more thought you stopped drinking." And he collapses into the ground. And as he's sprawled out, you notice he actually has 6 legs and another set of arms, and he's all weird and spidery. And that is the end of our combat.
You know, for the cool adventurers, we sure do use fire a lot. Maybe we should switch to the hot adventurers. Nah, cool adventurers sounds better, but it's a
guys, I just feel like I gotta say sorry about that. It was my first time being invisible. I didn't know that it would just make us it would visible us.
Snugdar, we all make mistakes in this life. Don't worry. You know, your celestial kitten forgives you, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of everyone when we say we forgive you too. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Don't feel bad, my small friend. The first time I was invisible, I walked around yanking people's pantaloons down. They quickly got very angry as I became uninvisible with the interaction.
The first time I was invisible, I was running from the great death of my people. But you know, I mean, it happens. It happens. So
that's a less fun story.
I mean, it's the only time I've ever been invisible before now. So, I mean,
Snugdar, I can totally understand the sentiment. I have always wanted to tickle a goblin as well.
Hey, is Fetch okay? Like,
do it again!
I'm guessing he's all right. Okay. Let's go get Bess, y'all.
So the heroes continue down the caverns, and there are these creepy noises, goblin chanting their songs. Goblin stinging, goblin bite, goblin chewing, goblin fight. You can hear ringing through with the drips of water and the occasional screams of what sound like a small woman coming from the back of the cavern.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer, everybody.
And as you get to the next section of the cavern, there is like a large door, and it's huge, and it's got this moon shape, like a crescent moon shape carved into it. And in the middle is like a big goblin nose, and it's got a goblin face and profile. And there's this massive, like complicated lock thing there, and these huge stone doors clearly carved by the goblins. How do you proceed?
Didn't know goblins could carve.
I don't think they can. I think they may have outsourced this one.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
This does look like a dwarven make, but a gnomish model. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I would put that there, Snarlet, definitely.
Yeah.
Why would they work for goblins?
Money?
A passion for interior design?
Their name on the mountain? I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Those are fine reasons.
I will go and investigate, see if I can get a closer look. Any secrets may be uncovered.
Give me that roll.
Dun 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 dun. All right, I don't see much.
So, Snugdar, you start like looking around the cave, and there's these stalagmites and stalactites, and there's these, like, as you guys are getting deeper into the cave, you notice these giant mushrooms growing everywhere, and they're like, some of them are like 5 or 8 feet tall with these huge spotted caps, kind of like the old, like the Mario mushrooms with the red with the little white spots like that, but enormous and growing at weird angles. And some of them look like they, like almost like the spots make faces that are like leering at you. And Snugdar, as you like go in and you like, you're digging through this, there's like a ball, like this ball, and oh, it's a ball, and you poke the ball goes poof, and unleashes a cloud of spores into your face, and you are temporarily blinded.
No, that's no good. I've been blind. It's not fun.
It's okay. It's okay. The kitten will guide me. And I smack into a wall.
Snugdar, you were supposed to save the mushrooms for the after party.
I slowly guide Snugdar into another spore ball.
So
I say,
this
come
proceeds
here.
for a couple of minutes, in which like Fetch will grab Snugdar. No, this way, and like poof, lead him into a cave wall, and poof, lead him into another like patch of puffballs, and bam, lead him into another wall. And this proceeds for about 5 or 10 minutes.
You're taking hit point damage for this?
It's mostly superficial damage, but Snugdar has definitely maybe broken his nose. And there's definitely like some of that blood like on his tiny gnome beard. Snugdar is not having a great day today.
I feel like we should stop this, but it's really funny.
Snugdar, what did we talk about on our last adventure? We never listened to Fetch.
Never.
Oh, I forgot. See, with such a name like Fetch, you just feel like you gotta go with it. I don't.
Yeah,
like
listen to me, Snugdar, and I'm gonna start leading him to another.
And then
Why?
Silas proceeds to booflam Snugdar. And so for the next like 20 minutes, basically is a series of everybody saying, no, don't worry, Snugdar, I've got you. And then running them into a couple of walls. And after about 20 minutes, Snugdar starts to get his vision back. And at one point, Phylos is like leading him into a wall, and he turns around and punches Phylos in the knee. But you know, Phylos is a dragon man. And he's like 3 foot tall, so it doesn't really affect him. And you've regained your vision.
I'm sorry, Snugdar. It just looked like so much fun.
It was pretty fun.
I can't blame you. I'd probably do the same thing.
So about this door, this lock mechanism here. Fetch, do you think you can pick it?
I could try.
All right.
How
give
big
me
is how big
go
is
ahead.
this lock? Could I just?
It's like, well, you're tiny, so
Could I
like
just crawl through it?
you can give me a d20 roll, Tyler. Let's see what that happens. You
That'd be
pass.
fun.
Let's see.
So rad.
Here we go.
This is gonna be
That's cocked. Give me another one.
This is gonna be Winnie the Pooh situation.
Either way, I just wanted to see what happens.
Oh, again.
No, that's what happens. So you like get up and the lock is bigger than your head. So you know what? I can probably, because I'm trying, and you kind of do the like, and then you and then you realize that you're stuck, and you've got one arm out the other side, and like your head and your neck are pressed in together like this, with everything else kind of sticking out the back. You guys see an imp, but sticking out of the locking mechanism, and because he's like dragging himself in, his tiny imp pants start like falling down.
Is he stuck or getting through though?
Oh, he's very much stuck in place.
All right, I think this. I'm gonna go ahead and provide a nice, simple standard attack. Just kind of wallop in the back and try to thwomp him through with my umbrella. Just kind of.
No, wait.
What?
That's very dangerous.
Oh, like we care.
Snugdar, I think you've earned this opportunity to whip him on his bare behind with your cat of 9 tails.
It's not gonna do. All right, try it.
Now,
And
that
then I
will
will-
with friends to do this.
Mine would have got you through, but I guess we're letting Snugdar cat of 9 tails you in the butt. Sorry, pal.
So Snugdar takes his cat of 9 tails.
If he
and-
wants to, I don't want to force him to.
No. Look. I'll help him. I'll just cast a spell of grease using my 9 tails.
That's a thing.
So
I was going to reduce it, but that works too.
So Fetch, you feel a whoosh on your rear end as like 4 or 5 leather strips like slash across you. But as where it hits you, you feel like over your entire body, like you've just exuded a layer of like 1.5 inches of bacon grease. Give me another roll.
Please be a 5 again. So funny.
Ooh, oh no, my camera died.
Oh,
No, that's all right. Just give
I
me
got
a roll. Tell me
it's
what it is.
9.
It's a 9. Okay. So now you've managed to like worm your way kind of further, and the top half of you is now outside on the other side of the door. And the bottom half of you is still stuck in the door. And now you guys on the other side just see these 2 feet and bacon grease, just tons of bacon grease oozing out of this door handle.
back end force. I'll use the back end of my umbrella to pop him through like a cue ball. Just
Well, hold on 1 second. So Fetch, as you like, and you're finally in the other side, and you can see what's going on the other side. You notice 2 things. The first thing you notice is that the doorknob is actually like right here. You can just reach it. The other thing you notice is that there is a fuck ton of goblins in this room. like a lot. And like they're on spiders, and there's one like on a throne, and he's like got this big jagged crown with these mushrooms growing out of it. And he's got these huge eyes that are like red swirlies, and he's like gnawing on this mushroom, and he goes,
As I turn the knob, have you heard of the celestial kitten?
so the door opens, and as the door opens, like the two doors open simultaneously, and you guys are standing there, and you like as the doors open, you see this huge scene unfold with goblins, and there's goblin elite guards riding giant spiders, and the goblin moon king himself with his great crown and mushrooms and his weird giant eyes gnawing on a giant purple mushroom. And also, Fetch, you take a point of damage as the door continues moving, and you actually get smashed into the wall, and you're actually like now up against the wall and the door, like kind of princed up against there.
That's what I get for worshiping the cat.
Sorry, Fetch. Kicking indoors is my thing.
Who dares interrupt the Loon Moon King?
A humble bard and her merry band to perform a tune.
It's got to start with a C, otherwise it doesn't. Compatriots or compadres or something.
The cool compadre band.
Better. Yeah.
Who is you that bothers the Loon King, and what is you doing here?
I have served the kings of the realm with lovely music, and I was thinking to be so humbled as to perform before you in exchange for a friend of mine that you have in your care by the name of Bess.
This is good.
Bess?
I grab Fetch by the legs and pull him out of the door.
With a loud noise as you pop out and onto the floor. And like I said, you are covered in like an inch thick of bacon grease. Well then, if you perform for the Loon Moon King, perhaps I'll consider. But that there is more sacrifice to the great bad moon.
Of course, a sacrifice. However, perhaps I can show you a new way. And I'll lean over to Alera and go, get ready to fuck shit up.
I'm always ready. Let's go.
And I will summon in the brutal legend, my bass guitar, and walk to the center of the room tentatively.
All right. And so the great bass, like a rift opens in the universe above you, and the guitar comes down and into your grasp. And whoa, what is that? And you stride forward into the hall with your bass guitar ready. What do?
I begin plucking at notes and eyeing the party to move along and sing the goblin song.
Sing me a goddamn goblin song.
In the hills of the mountains, there lay on the ground the king of the goblins who has just been struck down. And the people that had come for him, they warned him to and fro that the goblin king was dying, and they better let Bess go.
So while they were singing, the rest of you have managed to position yourselves in an advantageous position behind the Goblin King and up amongst his court. I'm assuming you guys are going to either jump them at that riff, or how is this going to work? Or are you just going to try to play it cool?
I was hoping that I would get some kind of bardic inspiration to get an extra attack dice on my next attack.
Well, this is what's going to happen. You guys actually go first. So I'm going to start us off where we left off. That is Fetch. Fetch, you get to act first, and you see all of this scene starting to unfold, and everyone seems distracted. What do?
Fetch is going to aid Alera by creating little sparklers to add to the music, which then pop out and blind the goblins briefly.
Awesome. All right. Snugdar, what are you doing?
I am going to aid Alera as well. I'm going to cast my power attack of Guiding Bolt that sends a beacon, giving her advantage on her next attack, as well as doing an attack of my own, I guess.
Let's roll that.
Ooh, ah. Oh, well.
Okay, that's a number.
Well, you got the
It's a
8.
guiding bolt, not a killing bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's a guiding bolt, not a killing bolt. Awesome. So Snugdar starts to weave some of his magic. Next is Alera. What are you gonna do?
So I'm going to do a standard attack aided by Fetch, Snugdar, and hopefully Snarl. I don't know if that's up to you for that boon, but
I will 100%
Yes.
do it if it's within the bounds.
okay. So I pull out my umbrella, and this is something that's never happened before. But as I reach back to do a standard attack, my umbrella starts to glow as if I've got a sword skill I've never known before, sword art online style. And all of a sudden, it starts kind of glowing and glowing and glowing, and I say, "For the elvish halls of Aquafolio!" And I just come straight down directly with a glowing strike right on the king's head.
Tyler, give me an attack.
You got it?
5 dice. Please be
Oh.
That's
Oh.
dark.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
up.
Hey!
Hey! All right.
What?
Uh, All right. So I kind of wanted
Was that
to
enough
let a
dice?
little oh yeah, I believe that is the correct amount. So this is basically what happens. Snarly, you start to like move forth, and you do that kind of like that dope bass line. It's like building tension, and the goblins are like, "What's happening?" But some of them are like, "Yeah, getting into it. This is rad." And then Snugdar, you like run out, like do like a and you like, phew, there's this big bright bolt that shoots out of your hands and hits the Goblin King, and he's like, but it like glows in this bright light, and this like, like disco effect starts to come from him. Fetch goes, and like these sparklers just shoot out from behind Alera as she runs up to the Goblin King. And Alera like comes in two-handed, bringing down the umbrella and smashes it straight down on the Goblin King's head. And it's like that thing in cartoons where you hit a steel girder and it bends inward, except it's his entire body straight down the line, including the crown, which buckles and just, and there's a spray of green blood. And Alera, you are now covered in the spray of green goblin blood.
As I should.
There is a moment of silence.
Can I
Everyone
break the
just
silence?
kind of looks. And now it is Snarla's turn.
Excellent. After hitting that power chord, I'm going to raise the brutal legend to the sky and go, "We are your gods now!" and bring it to the ground in a power attack.
All right. Roll me that power attack.
I got it. My bad. I'm going. Oh, dice everywhere.
It's time for a power attack.
Oh,
Yes.
shit. Yes, it is.
The power of rock and roll, baby!
Legend. Brutal legend.
You literally strum the bass guitar and it rumbles throughout the entire cave. Up, and you can see the walls themselves quivering, and stalactites and stalagmites start falling down, crushing the goblins. The walls are shaking. However, in your enthusiasm, you fail to realize that the cavern entrance behind you collapses itself, trapping you in there with a small number of with a number of scared and angry goblins, and a figure in the corner whimpering with the sounds of a small girl. Phylos, it's your turn.
So the Goblin King is dead, correct?
Yes, and the majority of the goblins.
Cleanup detail, Phylos.
Great.
Also, you are now trapped in here.
Or you can try to get us out of the door.
No.
Okay.
Who do you think I am?
I face off with the remaining goblins and I start to chant the words that have been ingrained in me since I was but a hatchling, the ancient ancestral words of the wyvern people. And as I chant, my staff starts to glow and a giant cloud starts to form at the top of the cave. And then all of a sudden, as I slam my staff into the ground, a giant spectral ancestral dragon swoops down out of the clouds at the top of the cave and just lights all the goblins on fire. It's a power attack, if I didn't
Roll
say
me
that.
some damage.
I got you under my skin.
Nice.
I mean, not as
nice.
good as
But ancestral dragon.
But
He's
that was
stronger in the
definitely-
open air.
So the bass guitar riffs and the walls shake, and Phylos, and that cloud comes roaring out from you, and plunging through the top of the cloud. The music is still continuing somehow. Rock and roll has arrived, and this grand dragon comes down, breathing fire, sweeping up the goblins, screaming, running, panicking. They are. It is now. Yes, and the goblins screaming, running for their lives, on fire. All of the goblins are dead, and there is only the small whimpering coming from the figure in the corner that looks to be like in some kind of rudimentary cage.
Bess, we are here for you, the cool adventurers, to save you and bring you back to your father, the Grim One.
You're here to save me.
Yes, we are here to save you. So,
As you approach the cage in the corner, one of the things you realize is it's bigger than you thought it was. Maybe the cave isn't as big as you thought it was, and as you get closer, you realize it's a really big cage. And as you look into the top of the cage, it's this massive cage. It's actually holding a troll inside. There's like this troll inside, wearing an apron and has like its long, greasy troll hair put up into pigtails.
are you Bess?
Oi, that be me. I be Bess.
He did
Oh,
just
what
say
I-
she was a woman.
She did say he was a tall and beautiful girl. So,
And you agreed.
I mean, I don't judge. I'm sorry, I do judge a lot, but
Yeah.
I try not.
Who are all of you people?
Well, we're the cool adventurers, and we promised your father that we would save you. So, let's do that thing. Somebody unlock this gate.
Wait, but by cool, do you mean low in body temperature, or do you mean like cool under pressure?
Well, we tend to actually use a lot more fire than normal, so I would think that we're like kind of hot in body temperature, but cool sounds better than the hot adventurers. So the hot adventurers sounds like we're like think that we're like sexy or something, and only I'm sexy, so that's really like the only one. So
Well, I find sexy to be a matter of perspective. Myself, I tend not to find pink-skinned peoples like yourself terribly attractive. You're also very small for my taste, no offense. You know, I normally like them with more green on them.
Right
I'm
here.
blue.
Right here. Green killing machine. Right here.
But I am yet a long lass, and I should not be cavorting with the gorgeous types as yourself.
Then never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, look, we're not gonna go cavorting. We're just gonna get you out of here. Let's do this thing, guys, because we gotta get back to the town and get some beers here. So your dad promised us a lot of gold, and may have sold his soul to fetch. Sorry about that.
Well,
What
should
do you mean,
yeah.
soul is soul?
Fetch can fill you in the details on that one. It's pretty ironclad. He's a devil.
All contracts are final.
Yeah,
All right, I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it's probably a bad thing.
probably.
And you pull the cage apart and tunnel your way out of there and manage, after a long day's travel, to finally return to the small little town, the village of Clanging Stone. And there you arrive at the blacksmith shop, and you see him outside working on the anvil. Ugh, ugh, ugh.
Grimmy! The cool adventures have returned with your daughter.
And he turns and he sees you and he sees his daughter and he runs and he flies into her arms and they hug each other, but she's like legit 3 times his size. So it's really funny as his tiny legs swirl around in her giant green arms. And she puts him down. Thank you for saving me. I really appreciate it. My daddy pay you good. Thank you again.
Oh, he will.
Boy, I believe we're in a situation needing payment. I promise to make all of you new weapons and armor, as well as paying you in some gold. Let me read over the stipulations of that contract again there, little red fella.
There you go.
He's got it in triplicate, so you can't rip it up. He's already copied it.
Service.
I have copies.
Long run damnation.
You're forgetting the invisible ink section.
Yeah, that's important. You got to light it with some kind of flame to see it. Oh, there you go. See?
Eternal servitude. Oh no. What have I got myself into?
Well, there may be a way out of it, you see. If your soul doesn't belong to yourself and per se it is the celestial kitten's, then it's not yours to give.
He does not speak for us.
Loophole, fetch. Oh, snap.
And with that, the party continued to argue back and forth about the ethics of damning the souls of the dwarven blacksmiths. With their new shiny weapons and their purses filled with gold, they drank at that lovely tavern. Having returned from a great adventure, overcoming many hazards with their insane hijinks. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll catch you all next time. And we're going to end this, of course, as we always do, with a big huzzah on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
All right.
Fun. That was a fun one, you
fun.
guys.
That was a blast.
Hello, people. Hello. I am going to be